Hello friends, welcome back again. Do you know, the idea of flying cars and urban air taxis has long been staple of science fiction, but with recent technological advancements, these futuristic visions is becoming a reality. The concept of air mobility, which involves electric vertical takeoff and landing (eVTOL) vehicles for urban transportation, has received considerable attention in recent years. In this video, we explore the future of air mobility and the potential benefits and challenges of flying cars and urban taxis. If you like this video, then visit our channel for more videos like this. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. So here's our topic today, the future of mobility from autonomous cars to flying taxis. Let's get started. So where are all the autonomous vehicles that were supposed to be running on highways and byways by now? To be sure, some early predictions about when fully autonomous vehicles would appear were overblown. In retrospect, the estimated arrival time predictions failed to weigh how technically difficult it would be to build a car that would drive up, down, and around urban and suburban roads in particular. But even if today's miraculously self-driving vehicles are ready for consumers' use, they will present some problems, says Jeff Jury, Xperi Senior Vice President and General Manager Connected Cars. Since 1980s, inventors have promised to make the flying cars of the Back to the Future and the Jetsons a reality. Companies including Toyota, Airbus, Hyundai, and Kitty Hawk are still vying to develop the first commercially viable vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL, vehicle and a finance embryonic industry project backed by Google co-founder Larry Page. Morgan Stanley predicts it will be worth $1 trillion by the year 2040. What should people understand most about eVTOL as the future of flying cars? An eVTOL is not a flying car. It's not just a car that can take off. No wheels, no heat engine. The environment is very different from a street. No traffic lights, pedestrians. It is also not an airplane. No pilot and cabin crew, no airport, no heavy infrastructure. That means when planning, we literally start with a blank page with many decisions. If you don't have wings, for example, an eVTOL always needs a propeller to operate, which requires energy. With wings, you can go faster and higher. But the catch is, you have wings. In the city, you don't have room for that. Flying cars, air taxis, or aircraft with electric vertical takeoffs and landings, or eVTOLs, are still, even by optimistic estimates, away from motorcyclists. But Orlando's forward-looking approach reflects a reality for smart cities. Departments used to be dealing with roads, and rail will soon have to think about mobility solutions that looks like they stepped out of the Jetsons. Although the importance of air mobility has been noticed and discussed in recent years, air mobility is not a new concept. The existing urban transport infrastructure is inadequate to accommodate the world's ever-increasing population. Air mobility has the challenge of addressing urban integration, public acceptance, autonomous air traffic management, and evolving technological aspects. Modern and rapidly increasing urbanization provides sustainability solutions for mobility needs such as electric air taxis and drone transportation. New perspective for urban mobility, autonomous air taxi services, and autonomous vehicles are being introduced to transport goods by flying through cities. Air mobility contributes immensely to saving travel time. It needs to transform travel while having faster connectivity with business, residential, medical, and other facilities. To maintain these connections, air taxis need to integrate with already established infrastructure and fly closer to densely populated areas. In air mobility, infrastructure-related issues and concerns arise regarding autonomous vehicles. The main infrastructure for passenger air navigation is known as Vertiport, Vertipad, Vertistop, and Skypark. Within the urban city area, several infrastructures can be used to accommodate vertiports such as rooftop of supermarkets, empty land, floating barges, helipads, large stadiums, and parking lots used only for weekends. The growing demand for alternative modes of transportation with lower carbon footprints and the need for less congested roads have motivated many companies to innovate in urban air mobility. Airbus plans to launch the new City Airbus, a brand new flying taxi, in late September. The City Airbus is expected to fly at a cruise speed of 120 kilometers per hour, then a range of 80 kilometers, which suits it for major city operations. This is fully electric and has 4 passenger seats on the fly and covers short distances quickly and quietly. The flying car will change everything. Not long ago, a number of startups announced flying cars that would be commercially available within a short period of time. While some are designed to be road legal and converted into airplanes, a number of them are essentially massive, sit-down drones. The idea of flying car is nothing new. Science fiction writers and filmmakers have been toying with the idea of skimmers for decades. Movies like Star Wars, Blade Runner, and The Fifth Element all actively dangled a future, or long ago, where flying cars were not only a possibility but a part of everyday life. For 40 years, a staple of many sci-fi properties. It's no wonder that fans of the genre are eagerly awaiting the day when they can get behind the controls of their very own X-34 or T-47 snowspeeder. Autonomous vehicles are critically means of transportation when it comes to passenger trust, willingness to travel, social influences, readiness to use, and behavioral intentions. Joining airplanes and drones in the sky are autonomous flying vehicles. Organizations continue to invest in automation technology that can help reduce traffic congestion, improve order delivery, and more. While self-driving cars are gaining traction in the news, ground transportation isn't the only mode of transportation expected to go autonomous. China is pushing autonomous transport to combat its congested roads during rush hour. Autonomous flying vehicle company Ahang has described itself as the world's first passenger-carrying electrical autonomous aerial vehicle. The Ahang 216 is a two-person autonomous flying vehicle that can travel at speeds up to 80 miles per hour or 130 kilometers per hour. Not all companies are ready to invest in autonomous flights. Aircraft like drones use pure multi-rotor, which requires a lot of energy and battery power. As the battery capacity is limited due to weight, these vehicles have short ranges for the distance they can travel. As mentioned above, both Ahang 216 and Velocity can go only about 22 miles. Longer distances will require complex mechanical changes. Furthermore, the drone designs of these vehicles includes exposed blades that can be reached. Vehicles such as Ahang 216 do not land in unsecured areas and pose a danger to commuters as they are within easy reach. Autonomous flying vehicles still have a long way to go. However, these recent developments show how innovative thinking is solving the engineering challenges behind autonomous flying vehicles. There are many other issues that need to be addressed, including noise and public acceptance, and teams are working on solutions to make autonomous flying vehicles a reality. Let's talk about the evolution of autonomous flying cars. Flight has always intrigued and excited mankind. We gained the power of flight as early as 1903, and today hundreds of thousands of airplanes, large and small, dot our skies. However, there is something about flying cars that has always fascinated people. For ages, we have tried to make flying cars using different methods and machines. The future of air mobility is an exciting and rapidly developing field that has the potential to transform urban transportation. While there are significant challenges to be addressed, the potential benefits of flying cars and urban air taxis are significant, including reduced traffic congestion, improved productivity, and environmental sustainability. As this technology continues to develop, it will be important to meet the challenges and ensure that air mobility is safe, secure, and accessible to all. A number of aerospace companies and startups are trying to develop a viable model for autonomous flying cars. A German startup believes their Volocopter 2X, a vertical takeoff and landing VTOL aircraft, is the future of transportation. The company hopes to launch a flying taxi service as soon as. With the current models of autonomous flying cars, it's hard to imagine using them in real-world settings. However, considering the incredible speed of developments in autonomous car technology, it would not be wrong to assume that autonomous flying cars will be taking us outside of our 55th floor apartment in a not-too-distant future. Of course, this is all predicated on several generations worth of science fiction writing and new technology in its infancy. But considering how unprepared the world was for the automobile and how it redefined everything from civil engineering to the way the average domestic house was designed, it's not hard to see how the world could be very different from now on. From a steady start in 1908, when the mass-produced automobile became widely available, in 2010 there were 1 billion automobiles in the world. In a century now, every 7 people in the world will own a car. Considering it includes some of the world's most isolated or poorest communities, that's saying something. What the world will look like by the year 2117 is anyone's guess. Thanks for watching. Let's meet with a new video.